Henry Cavill was just on the verge of finally getting Superman right before he was harshly replaced with David Corenswet in the DCU. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Henry Cavill charmed fans as Superman for years. As such, it came as a shock when news of his abrupt departure from the franchise spread. What made it even harder to digest was that Cavill announced just some days before the devastating news that he would be reprising his role in a new movie in the future. However, there seems to be another reason behind fans' disappointment about Cavill being replaced in the role. That is, the fact that he was just on the verge of getting the character right before David Corenswet took his place. Henry Cavill was just on the verge of finally getting Superman right before he was harshly replaced with David Corenswet in the DCU. While it sounded fantastic for the future of the franchise, it became a gut punch for Cavill and his fans, who were sure of the actor's DC future after the announcement of a new Superman movie starring the Witcher star just a month before. Inevitably, the backlash had been quite heavy-handed, with even Dwayne Johnson commenting on Cavill being replaced, Variety, after he went through all that effort to bring him back in his movie. It's almost like when you have a pro football team, and your quarterback wins championships, and the head coach wins championships, and you have a new owner. And the new owner comes in and says, "Not my coach, not my quarterback. I'm going to go with someone new." For some fans, what made this news hit even harder was the fact that Henry Cavill's Superman was just on the verge of getting it right before being completely cut off. Rumors of Henry Cavill's departure from the franchise had been rife for some time. However, fans became hopeful after his appearance in Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. Unfortunately, that hope wasn't to last as James Gunn announced that he will be rebooting the entire DCU with new actors no matter the cost. For all of the praises Henry Cavill garnered during his DC stint as Superman, one complaint hounded him for years. That is, the darker, almost steely, and neutral tone of his suit. While this added a great deal of depth to Zack Snyder's overall bleak storyline, many fans took issue with it as it went against how they viewed Superman, i.e., as a symbol of hope. That is, he was finally turning a new leaf from the bleak storylines his feature in the franchise has been burdened with for so long. As a user pointed out on the r/Superman subreddit, "What has and always will bother me the most about this is that Henry Cavill could and should have made a wonderful Superman with a hopeful script and an optimistic tone. Zack Snyder wasn't the guy to do that. Every movie he made for DC was terrible and Superman was easily done the worst injustice by his edgy deconstructive storytelling. In fact, there was another aspect of Black Adam that made Cavill's Superman finally shine through the screen. As such, the lost opportunity to witness more of it stung fans just as badly. As such, many were of the mind that someone like that should be decked up in brighter colors true to the comics, with more of an optimistic bearing. Unfortunately, this was a distinctive quality that Henry Cavill lacked in his Superman movies. At least, that was the case until Black Adam. While the movie tanked at the box office, it finally rectified the one complaint fans had against Cavill's appearance as the Kryptonian superhero. A brighter red and blue suit? Check. The magnificent S-curl of his hair? Check. An optimistic look in his eyes with a soft, hopeful smile? Check and check. It is interesting that although his role was limited to a cameo in the movie, Cavill shone brighter than Johnson's Black Adam with just these intricate changes in his appearance as Superman. Hence, it is no wonder that fans still feel disappointed that Snyder did not capitalize on this look in the previous movies. Henry Cavill seems to be recovering quickly from the hits his career has taken in the past few years. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. With Guy Ritchie's In the Grey and his dream project Warhammer 40K coming up, it doesn't seem like he has much to worry about for now. Hence, the actor enjoying the simple pleasures of life right now is more than understandable. Incidentally, Cavill has taken it upon himself to share a glimpse of his blissful life on his Instagram account from time to time. Those glimpses, though, revealed one of his hobbies that can rival even his impressive Warhammer collection. Henry Cavill is winning hearts left and right with a hobby that leaves even his impressive Warhammer collection behind with mouth-watering finesse. The Argyle star has been sharing pictures of mouth-watering dishes over the past few years. Mostly centered around his Sunday steaks, one cannot help but drool at the photos he shares of the juicy meat chunks. What has earned him even more brownie points with his fans, though, is the fact that he doesn't only stop at sharing the pictures of his cooking but also shares the recipes so fans can enjoy it at home by themselves. He did the same a few days ago with another of his magnificent steak dinners on his Instagram account. Moreover, he also shared his opinion on steaks after mastering the craft of cooking and enjoying them for so long. Henry Cavill is living his best life these days. As if his Warhammer 40K dreams coming true wasn't enough, he is now winning hearts by sharing another tidbit from his private life. Fans are aware that apart from being a full-time nerd, there is another thing the A-lister enjoys doing. That is, of course, cooking. Inevitably, fans couldn't help but love Henry Cavill for not only sharing this hearty glimpse of his life, but also making sure that others can join him in enjoying the meal with a simple recipe that doesn't take culinary gymnastics to produce. He also shared that he made linguine with garlic confit butter sauce as a side dish with the steaks. Although it seems fancy, it is basically just roast garlic blended with butter. He then rolled the pasta into a sausage shape and chilled it in the fridge before cooking it in a pan with pasta water. His impressive miniature collection, too, is nothing to scoff at. As such, it didn't exactly come as a shock to learn that the star of the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is developing and starring in a Warhammer 40K project with Amazon and Games Workshop. The recent news of the project being developed for Prime Video, though, stirred the fanbase quite a bit. Mostly because it was the first update in a while about the upcoming movie. What made its impact even bigger, though, was the fact that Henry Cavill has been dealing with quite a few career losses these past few years. It has been quite a few years since Henry Cavill established what a big Warhammer nerd he is. Be it acing the games with ease or giving his own insights into them, Cavill has made a name for himself as one of the biggest fans in the Warhammer world. Although only time will tell what awaits the actor in his future, fans finally feel a little hopeful after the news of the Warhammer 40K movie's progress became public. Fans are aware that the British actor was replaced in not one but two of the biggest franchises he was part of. That is, The Witcher and Superman. Moreover, reports suggest that his lifelong dream of playing James Bond is once again fading by the day, as the creators are allegedly looking for a younger actor to play the role. Henry Cavill's surprise Superman return was already doomed because James Gunn was secretly rebooting the franchise. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. And then, plot twist. Someone else was already secretly being prepped to replace you, probably in a cooler cape. Ouch. Turns out, while Cavill was out here giving us surprise cameos and hopeful eyebrow raises, James Gunn was already tapping away on a brand new Superman script. Behind the scenes. Like a stealthy screenwriting ninja. There are few things in life more painful than stepping back into an old job thinking you're the chosen one, only to be booted out again before your coffee gets cold. Henry Cavill, Hollywood's chiseled jawline and former cape-sporting savior of Metropolis, knows that pain all too well.